What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Saturday, July 27th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay, we have a full MLB slate tonight, so let's dive right into the pitcher position. I like Shota Imanaga. He's got a dash rank of 100 and is going up against Kansas City, who has a middle-of-the-pack batting team with an opponent rank of 14. Shota Imanaga's ERA is impressive at 2.86, and he's got a solid number of strikeouts with 108 this season. His recent performance has been stellar, scoring 31, 25, and 19 fantasy points in his last 3 games. Also, according to a recent news article, Imanaga emerged victorious in a face-off against Shohei Ohtani, further boosting his confidence coming into tonight's game. Imanaga's salary is $9,900 on DraftKings, and he's averaging 19 fantasy points per game, so I like Shota Imanaga here versus Kansas City. Now, let's move on to the catcher position. I like Willson Contreras from the St. Louis Cardinals. He's going up against Washington, whose pitchers rank 11th. Contreras bats righty and has a slight disadvantage, but with an ownership of 13%, he could be a lower-owned pivot. Despite his lower batting advantage tonight, he has a .801 OPS versus right-handed pitchers. He's priced at $5,100 on DraftKings and is averaging 8 fantasy points per game this season. So, I like Willson Contreras as a mid-tier play here versus Washington. All right, heading over to first base. Check out Christian Walker from the Arizona Diamondbacks. He has a great batting advantage, facing a super low-ranked Pittsburgh pitching staff with an opponent rank of 28. Walker boasts a 14% batting advantage against left-handed pitchers, batting a .935 OPS versus lefties. His ownership is surprisingly low at just 1%. He's priced at $5,200 on DraftKings and averages 8 fantasy points per game. His recent performance has been consistent, scoring 4, 14, and 4 fantasy points in his last 3 games. So, I like Christian Walker here versus the Pirates. Now, let's take a look at the second base position. Ketel Marte from the Diamondbacks is a standout pick. He has a dash rank of 100 and is facing Pittsburgh again. Marte switches hit and shows a fantastic .884 OPS versus lefties and has an overall batting advantage of 6%. He's also hit 1 home run in just 4 at-bats against this pitcher, which gives him a 1.500 OPS and a .250 batting average. His ownership is 10%. And he's priced at $5,500 on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game. So I like Ketel Marte here versus Pittsburgh. For third base, I like David Villar from the San Francisco Giants. Villar has a high dash rank of 97 and is facing Colorado, whose pitchers rank 15th. He bats righty, and while the pitching opposition isn't as advantageous, Villar has a 41% batting advantage. He's priced at a fantastic value of $2,100 on DraftKings and is averaging 5 fantasy points per game. His ownership is at 6%, so I like David Villar as a value play tonight. At shortstop, Tyler Fitzgerald of the Giants is a top choice. He's facing the same Colorado team and has a dash rank of 100. Fitzgerald shows an incredible .330 batting average with 8 home runs this season and has a remarkable OPS versus right-handed pitchers. He has a 10% ownership and is priced at $4,000 on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game. So, I like Tyler Fitzgerald here versus Colorado. Finally, let's look at the outfield position. Juan Soto from the Yankees is an excellent pick. He's facing Boston, whose pitchers rank 8th, making it a somewhat tough matchup. However, Soto has a 17% batting advantage and bats much better against right-handed pitchers with a .987 OPS. His recent form is solid with 4, 21, and 2 fantasy points in his last 3 games. He's on the higher salary end at $6,000 on DraftKings, but with a lot of value options, you should be able to fit him in. His ownership is also high at 24%, so I like Juan Soto here versus Boston. Before I continue with the picks, remember you can try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself by clicking the link in the description of this video. Okay, back to the picks. If you're looking for a value pitcher, consider Marco Gonzalez of the Pirates. He's facing Arizona with an opponent rank of 14. He features an ERA of 2.70 and averages 11 fantasy points per game, for a budget-friendly salary of $5,600 on DraftKings. He has been consistent with scores of 10, 17, and 14 fantasy points in his last 3 games. For a value catcher, Eric Haas of the Brewers is a good option. Facing Miami, who ranks 16th in opponents, Haas offers a batting advantage of 35%. His recent fantasy points are 3, 33, and 7. Priced at $3,200 on DraftKings, he's a solid budget pick. Looking for a cheaper first baseman? Michael Toglia from the Rockies fits the bill. He's a switch hitter facing a righty, with an impressive 61% batting advantage. He's priced at $3,500 on DraftKings and averages 6 fantasy points per game. His ownership is minimal, making him an excellent sleeper pick. For a budget second baseman, Brandon Drury from the Angels offers potential. His opponent rank is 22, giving him favorable conditions. Drury has an average of 7 fantasy points per game and costs just $2,700 on DraftKings. At shortstop, consider Kevin Newman from Arizona facing Pittsburgh. He offers a 30% batting advantage with recent game performances of 7, 0, and 0 fantasy points. He's priced affordably at $2,700 on DraftKings. Lastly, in the outfield, Alex Verdugo of the Yankees facing the Red Sox comes in with a 23% batting advantage. Priced at $3,300 on DraftKings, he's a solid budget option. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video, or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.